Well, hi friends, here it is. It's Sunday evening. It's 6:59 p.m. on the 26th of April. And well, we got a busy and important week ahead. I just right now, like literally right now, uploaded the final essay assignment to Canvas. It helpfully says final essay assignment. Then in parentheses, submit here, because it's also where you're going to turn in your final essay. This is again in Canvas, helpfully located in modules in the module called final essay. And why I'm here for you tonight is, first of all, to say one thing. If you're on the Zoom conference sign-up sheet, I'm going to be sending out those invites either tonight when I get done with this or starting tomorrow morning. Sometime I've got one early, but those will be going out. If you're not on that list, get on that list, G, you know what I'm saying? Get on the list, okay? If you're not on the list, get on the list. Cool? Somebody put them in order by date, and I like your style. I really like what you're doing. Anyway, let's get on to the assignment sheet. I want to walk you through it so that we can have a great time together. Oh, there it is. Let me click share. Okay, so here we go. You can see it. This is what it looks like. I don't have it as a Word doc. It's in the thing. Okay, I'm gonna take my glasses off so I can see. Final essay assignment. So, first bit. Okay, first bit. Again, you're gonna pick any socially, culturally, or politically relevant issue. I say here,
So I'm sorry.
Ideally, hey, sorry for the background noise. Somebody's a gamer. Ideally, this would be the issue from your annotated bib, but if you change, dude, seasons change, people change. I mean, we weren't in a flipping, quarantine when you did that thing. So things change, that's fine. But as I say right here, if you do choose something new, remember, you'll have to start the research process from the beginning, which means that if you've changed to something new, this is what you should be doing. Okay. Then I have this little kind of paragraph right here where basically what I say is that you can kind of think about this the way you want to. This is your last high school essay. Oh, the tears begin to fall. I know, really, but this is the last one. So I want to see what you can do. So you have, to a greater or lesser degree, depending on what your situation is, you have some time right now and you should use it. So, email alerts. So I'm not going to tell you what I want you to do specifically, like what kind of argument it is. I want you to let the topic and what you're trying to accomplish and who you are and your particular voice shape the essay. So I give you right here in this first set of bullet points some ideas. So you could propose a solution. You could propose a course of action. You could say, this is the thing, we should do this. And that's a proposal argument, okay? You could, the second bullet point, you could say, well, this is a problem and here's why it's a problem. That's a causal argument. You tell the causes of that thing. You're arguing that the reason that this is a problem or that this is an issue is because these things happened. You can evaluate the various attempts people have made or groups have made to address your issue. It's an evaluation argument, like what you did with a few months ago before break when you turned in that evaluation essay. You say, well, this is a problem and people have tried to do this and that failed because of this, and people tried to do this and that was good because of this, and then this is the worst. But you would evaluate attempted solutions to your problem or ways people have addressed it. You could argue that this thing you want to talk about is right or is wrong, or that the way people have approached it is right or wrong. It's an ethical argument where you're making basically an ethical claim. This is like if you wanted to say the death penalty is wrong or the death penalty is ethically appropriate. That's an ethical argument. You can do that too. You can all, hey, cheese boy, shh. You can also, say the way that people are addressing this issue is right, or the way people are addressing this issue is wrong. And that's it. So that's what that is. Or you can combine them. You can say, people have done this, it didn't work, that's evaluation. They should do this, it will work, that's proposal. Kind of combine those two little sandwiches together to like a club sandwich. So evaluate what people have done and say what they could do. You know, you can combine them, or you can kind of figure this out. The key phrase here is your argument. You've got to have some sort of position on your topic that you're going to try to persuade the reader of. And I want it to be the way you want to do it. I'm really starting to scratch my ear itches. I'm really open to whatever you want to do. Okay. Shh. Sorry. So right here, these are 9 things that you need to do. Okay. Basically in this order. Decide on your topic. You should have already done this. Begin researching and learning all you can about your topic. You should be doing this right now. The first assignment that's going to come this week, probably sometime tomorrow, is going to be kind of like a source check. I'm not going to ask for all of your sources. What I'm probably going to do is say, tell me some things that you've learned and where you learned them from. When we were getting into the submission process of the Dracula essay, I had lots of people that were asking me, what am I supposed to do with sources? Do I have to use them? Remember that the purpose of secondary research, of sources beyond your own brain and ideas, there's multiple reasons. One is that they can support what you want to say. If you think a lot of people will benefit from a certain course of action, say like mail-in voting, people will benefit, then you need to show evidence that that's true. And so maybe you can say, look, this study done in 2017 showed that this % of people would have voted if they could have mailed it in, but they were unable to vote for various reasons. So you'd use secondary sources to kind of substantiate your claims. Additionally, you are not the only person who has talked about your topic. You are not like alone in your room like, oh, nobody's ever thought of that before. I am the first person to ever have this idea. I will write this paper and I will change the world. This is not ever going to happen. All right? So what you're doing by citing other people's arguments or statements about your topic is you're entering into their conversation. Now, what that does is it makes what you're saying a lot more credible. You, right now, I know you. You're not an expert in this thing. You're a kid who's learning. You are on your way to learning. Your research process is showing you learning. So as you show that you're aware of these larger conversations about your topic, then you develop credibility. That makes you much more persuasive because now you're not some senior in high school in quarantine. You're a person who is demonstrating your understanding of this conversation. So research is critical. And for me, like just kind of, and I'll do another video about my process and where I am right now, I'm in the midst of trying to figure out what the heck I'm even trying to say. I was like, yeah, climate change, how it's presented by the media. Psh, I can do this. I'll show them, it'll be super easy. And I'm like, I don't even know what I'm saying right now. Like, so I'm reading what other people have said to try to figure out where I fit in to this thing. Because I don't just want to repeat what other people have said. I want to kind of try to do something that's me and make my argument. So research is really, really important. So like, elevate that on your priority list. I know what a lot of you are thinking. You're looking at this sheet right now and you can see probably right here that it's due at May 18th. And so you're thinking, May 18th, bruh, it's 4/26. I'm not even gonna look at that boy. This is the thing. Look at that boy or that girl or whatever it wants to be. Look at the assignment. Okay, kids, look at it. Talk about it. Think about it. When you're out walking, and you should be walking, it's been very nice lately. Think about this. Research, read an article, watch a news segment, watch a short documentary. I don't know, watch a YouTube video about it. I don't learn. This is a long process. And I'm telling you, this is the last one you're writing for me. And I know that we're all like, "Ooh," like scrambled eggs, like, you know, that have been blasted into space on like a rocket ship that then exploded, and then it turned into like confetti, and then the confetti was radioactive, and so then it exploded, and then it like electrified large portions of the galaxy, and then it like mutated all the life forms. It was all crazy, and that's where we are right now. But we can still do good work, and I want to see your good work. I have 156 of you. You're all very different people, and you all have lots to say. And I want, hey, shh. Okay, so research. Then, number 3 here. What's your stance? What's your position on this issue? Like, what are you trying? What do you feel? What do you think about it? Yeah, we should legalize that. No, we should never. We should never have this. We should always have this. Here's how you fix this. All of you are very opinionated people. So if you take the topic and your research and your opinion and put them together and shape them into a little thing, that's an argument. That's what we're looking for, children, is we want that combination of topic and research and opinion put together in a rational, persuasive form that sounds like you and looks like you, and that's what we want, okay? So what's your stance? Then 4, what shape? What do you want to say? What are you trying to do? Remember we've talked about like author's purpose. We're like, oh, read this essay. Now what's the purpose? Okay, talk about it with your group. You're the author. So what is your purpose? What are you trying to do? Imagine that you're writing to me, people of my generation, because that's who you're writing for effectively right now, because you're writing for me. But imagine that I'm a broader audience. Imagine you're writing for the people that are my age. What do you want? Do you want me to be aware of it? Do you think that I believe this about it and I should believe this about it? Do you think that I'm uninformed or overinformed or misinformed? Do you think that I'm thinking about it wrong? What are you trying to do? What is your point? And I can't give that to you. That's your deal. What do you want to do? What is your purpose in writing this? And listen, I understand that at the end of the day, the secret purpose is I need to get a grade that's satisfactory to get me done with this. But just for a second, and I won't tell anybody, this is between you and me. Think about this as real. What would you do? Like, if you were really writing about this, like if it was your actual job and not just some assignment that a weirdo gave you, what would you try to accomplish? What would you do? What are you trying to change? What impact are you trying to have on the world? I know that I get on these rambly like tangents like this sometime where I'm like, oh, you've got to think about your place in the world, and your generation is going to be the generation that's going to create the future that my children grow up in, and all of this nonsense. But it's really important. What do you want to do? Here's an issue. Hopefully you care about it. What do you want to say about it? And I want to emphasize I'm using the second person pronoun here very intentionally. What do you want to say about it? I don't need to hear like, some people think that like eating meat is bad. And I'm going to tell you one thing right now. They're wrong. Eating meat is good. I love meat. So does Jesus. Jesus loves meat. Everybody good loves meat. If you don't love meat, then you don't love good things. You probably hate America. That's great. That's a valid opinion. However, what is your point? What are you trying to address? Are you trying to address like the inequity in this idea that there is like somehow a disconnect between caring about the planet and eating meat, or that like eating meat is some sort of value statement as opposed to a dietary or a cultural, whatever? What are you trying to say? And what do you want me to think about your statement about meat? That's what I want to know. What are you trying to accomplish? And listen, plenty of people who don't eat meat love Jesus or love whoever, okay? What you eat does not necessarily determine who you love. And you know, if you don't, I'm just saying, that was an example that came out of my brain. Right? Cool. All right. 5. I like to point at the screen sometimes because it really helps. 5, create a rough outline of your argument, including where you will use materials from your research. Okay? So this is going to be an outline. You can probably tell that number 5 It's probably an assignment. I'm going to ask you for an outline. What does this thing look like? What is the shape of it? What are you going to do in the beginning? What are you going to do in the middle? Okay. 6, draft it. I'm asking you to do this. And I know that a lot of you are dyed-in-the-wool anti-drafters. Like you want to take the draft card of rough draft and you want to burn it. Like, I won't draft. I ain't never gonna draft no essay. Drafting is the devil's business. I don't draft. I love good. I love chips and salsa. I don't draft no essay. I don't know why I'm ranting like this. It's Sunday. Whatever. Anyway, draft it. Write it out. And if you want to see what that looks like, there's a draft. I'm gonna write one and I'll show it to you. But you gotta write it out. Then number 7, have someone read it. Give it to somebody. Read this. What do you think? Somebody that you like, somebody that you trust, somebody. Have them read it. Then, number 8, talk to me. Please. We have a unique opportunity in that, like, a lot of the little day-to-day stuff that we have to do for this, because we don't really have to. So we have time for you to talk to me about what you're doing. Like, not just the writing conference that's required, but more than that, to email me, to hit me up through Remind, to schedule alternate Zooms. I mean, I'm down for this. So please talk to me. Then finally, revise it and submit that bad boy. I'm making videos of all of the steps of this process. Some of them will be rambly because I'm trying to externalize my very crazy, very chaotic, very personal and idiosyncratic writing process for you to kind of see how this works. I will try to make them as useful as I can. Please watch them. So finally, here's the bottom line stuff down here at the bottom that I hope that you can see. I'll move it up a little bit right here. 1,500 words. It's APA. That's all the way through title page, abstract, citations, reference page. 10 sources minimum. I can tell you that if you're doing this right, you will have more than 10. At least 5 from research databases. That's the Academic One file for LCISD. That's the JSTOR, Academic Search Complete, all of those things. At least 5 from there. You've got to have at least 1 Zoom writing conference with me. I'm requiring it. I know there's 156 of you, but bruh, we got time. So get on it. Sign up and have that conference with me. Talk to me about it. Talk to me. This has been like the weirdest, strangest time, but we have this really like unique chance for me to do the thing that when I taught in college was my very favorite part, which was to sit with a writer and talk about their work face to face. And we can do this. Now, it can be really useless if you're like, well, I'm gonna write about ducks. What about them? How I think they're aliens and they're trying to take over the planet. But I don't know yet. That's not gonna get us very far. The more you come to this conference with, the better we can do. And so I'm requiring it. So you gotta have at least 1. It's part of your grade. I'll probably even make it a grade. Spoiler alert, if you have it, I'm sure you can guess what the grade is. So 1 conference. And then Monday, May 18th, 11:59 p.m., this bad boy's done. Now we're done, and that's it. Like after that, I'm gonna grade them and put them in the grade book, okay? That's it. I will tell you that I'm taking my time a little bit with the Dracula ones because I wanna read them to have carefully, and so that I can use that also to talk to you in these conferences, because I want to kind of think about all the writing that you've done for me. Some of you, this is 2 years, and I want to kind of talk to you about what you do and what you can do going forward. So, you know, just keep posted. All right, I'm going to put my glasses back on. I'm going to stop sharing the screen. Okay, yeah, my hair's weird. It is what it is. All right, so that was a lot. So look at the assignment sheet on your own. See what you see. Do what you do. again, the most important thing here is you got a lot of work to do, but a lot of it is whenever you want to do it. It's that research thinking work. And I've been trying to like bark about this like ever since I started teaching writing, but man, it's the part that matters. When you see dudes like me, chicks, people that are procrastinators, and we write papers at the last minute, what you don't see is that for weeks, if not longer, constantly thinking about these things all the time, like in the back and in the front of my head, it's going on. So I'm working on it. That's why I can kind of put it off. But it only goes so far, and there are limitations to that process. So take this time that you have. I'm trying to keep everything very, very kind of just like easygoing and, you know, da 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 da. Right, that's my island sound because I'm on vacation. Vacation from my problems, not really. It's Sunday night. I'm getting ready to have some herbal tea. Huh? It's chamomile and honey. It's good stuff. All right. So get on the sign-up sheet. Learn about your topic. Learn also how you feel about it. What do you want to do? What's your point? What are you trying to accomplish with this paper? Okay. So that was a lot. Again, I hope you're having a great time. I hope you're getting some nice outside time. The sun has been shining. And I love you. I'm here for you. And every little thing is going to be all right.